Is the mic on? Where's my little snap? Mic on, mic off, and action. Man, oh man, oh man. This is hello guys. So yeah, with you guys, I've decided to call you guys pirates. You know, but why pirates? You know, I don't even know why I picked pirates, but I don't know. I like pirates. But our souls were really angels. But I decided to call you all pirates. Anyways, so as you guys can see, this has been my setup for the past like I don't know, like week. This has been my bed. My room is empty because I'm moving out. But there's one last project I want to finish before I leave this place. And it's the infamous couch. Okay. Now I need to move my bed. But as I move my bed, okay, let me I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me put you in here. In here is just chaotic. Let me just say that. But this is what I wanted to show you. That I have such a cool bed. It's not really supposed to be a bed. It's supposed to be a bin bag, but this is the coolest bin bag I've ever seen in my life. Nothing tops my big bin bag. So I had to, you know, of course, anything that's cool, I have to let damn. Let me slow my brain down a little bit. Anything that's cool has to kind of like be stamped by me, you know? Not be stamped by me. I'm not the cool police, but like I have to leave my mark on it. My mark is my brand. I had to leave my mark on it. Even this, like, this was really just an experiment that turned out cool. And I'm happy on how it turned out. It gave me a lot of content that day when I was doing this, when I was making this. But anyways, I just wanted to show you guys this before I actually get started with why this video exists. Or why I'm making this video. See? If it was in production, damn, I'm losing breath. Also, I just woke up and all I could just think about is just creating. Yeah. Anyways, welcome to my world. If you're watching this video, if you're new here, thank you for joining us. If this is not your first time here, thank you again for being part of the community and supporting the channel. You all should like, comment if you have any opinions or suggestions, and hype the video. There's a new feature, you know, hype the mother effing video. Yeah, hype the video and share it, you know? You never know who wants to watch somebody designing. So yeah, that's why we're here for today. We're here. Anyways, look at this cool ass bin bag. Obviously, that's my logo. I don't know if you've seen. Let me double check the angle of the camera. See, I'm directing and working at the same time. I'm doing double job. I'll put it on the couch because that way it gives you guys the leverage so you can see. Perfect. So my brand, and then a hook for my pirates, heartbeat, gloves, and these stitches because this was like falling apart. So I thought, why not just put pins? But obviously you're not supposed to sit on it. So if you want to use this, don't sit on the pins because it might, pin you or whatever. Emoji, crown, that, great. And then the bottom. Anyways, let's get to the main course. It is 7 a.m. I woke up in my office, so I don't have to worry about brushing my teeth. I know it's nasty, but I just wake up and work, and then I go, oh, I need to do but I live in my studio, so I could do that after I've satisfied the itch of creating. That's just my personal choice though. Today, usually I actually just go to the gym, brush my teeth, and then create. But today, I was just like, let me actually finish this couch. So today we're designing this couch, and I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a backstory of how this creation even came about. It was just a random day, a random night. You guys like my, what's it called? Black note? Death note. Fuck. This is my death note. Anyways, it was a day I was just chilling, watching some videos. I want to get you guys closer actually, so you can actively watch as I design. I don't know if I can do like a up down perspective, because we're done with the intro now. Now we're into the designing part. So look at my logo over there. Look at the clothes I designed. That's so cool. No, isn't that cool? Okay, yes. So this is perfect. I'll move it back just a little bit. That way you guys get like a top-down view. I wish I could switch angles. I wish I had another camera set where I could just, switch angles. But it's all good. At least we have a beautiful camera to record what we need to record. Now let's see. Perfect. Perfect. I like this. I like this angle. I like what we got going on. Yes, I was saying, as you can already see, my format of video is not like the usual. I don't do the cuts. I don't do the editing, the extra editing over the top. Yeah, maybe here and there you see me add some editing when I just feel like it, but it's just as raw as it comes, as raw as it is, But yeah. Oh, we got a little crown ring. Let's put it up here. King energy. We're starting the vlog with king energy. That's good. We're starting the design with king energy. But I was saying, right? I was like, this is my 100th piece for my brand. I don't know if you guys, I said that, but this is the 100th piece for my brand. And I just want to spend the last couple, I'm just going to add pluses. I just want to spend the last couple hours just finishing this piece, like, finally get this piece done and out the way. So, not out the way because I don't want to keep doing it, but it's like, I feel it's done its time. All that to say is, I started this as a fun project, and it still is a fun project. But I want to finish this project because I feel there's a lot more fun projects ahead. So I want to, let me tell you guys a little bit about how my brain works. Because now you're in my world. Okay, this is my world. Me designing, me doing what I want on my couch. Welcome to my way of designing and how I think people should start looking at it, to be honest. Again, I'm not an arts teacher, so you're entitled to not listen to anything I say. Nor am I the greatest drawer, as you can see. I don't draw. All I know how to do is add pluses. So clearly, all I want to do is just keep adding pluses. Okay. Yeah, like I was saying, I started this just spontaneously. And right now I'm ending it also spontaneously. I need more blue. Damn, should have brought more blue markers. And I'm also ending this spontaneously because I just woke up this morning and I was like, wait, I'm still not done with this. And I'm about to move out and start a completely different chapter of my life. So I was like, yeah, nah, we gotta finish it today. So the goal is to fill up this whole couch today. And that's what this vlog is all about. So you're with me for a while. No cuts, like I told you. I'm not gonna edit this. You can put me in the background. You can skip the video till the end. It's up to you what you want to do. But I'm gonna drop a lot of gems in this video. So, or a lot of things that I feel if I knew earlier, a lot of my life will be a smoother sail, should I say. Um, yeah, so I would drop some beautiful gems. So it's up to you what you do. But yeah, back to designing. I started this because my little niece basically inspired me. Isn't that crazy where you can get inspiration from? Your niece. She's like, I think 3. Yeah, she's like 3 years old. She inspired a grown ass 22-year-old man to write on his couch. But a lot of people, if that happened to them, they would have been like, no, why did your child write on my couch? But me, I was, for some reason that day when she wrote on my couch, I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And I was like, I just put myself in her position and I was like, bro, if I was a kid and I did that, like, I didn't do that with malicious intent. But then her parents, told her off, as we should as parents, you can't have her going to people's houses and drawing on couches. But to me, that was kind of like a blessing. And I thought about it for a while and I was like, huh. Then one day I was like, what if she was right? What if you're supposed to just draw on this and just dispose of it, So I decided to start you know, a trend, or I don't know if it's a trend or anything, but I decided to start my own thing where for 30 days I would just document me drawing or adding pluses on my couch based on the amount of people that visit the page and follow and so on and so forth. And yeah, I look at all these great suggestions. Some of them are added by me, some of them are added by random people I've never heard about. And yeah, there's it's a double, it's like supposed to be a two couch, not two couch. What am I talking about? It's supposed to be like a convertible couch, so you can sleep on it or you can sit on it, right? So this is the first top layer. Well, the top layer, I put it on the bottom now because we finished designing most of it. We have to just design the sides, which I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm just gonna add pluses. But for this part is where we add more colorful designs that I'm gonna show you guys at the end. So at the end, once we're gonna finish the whole couch, I'm gonna unfold everything and show you every single thing that we designed. So stay tuned for that. As for now, when I woke up, I was like, okay, cool. Since we're gonna do this, what am I gonna draw? Because usually I take suggestions, right? And I've taken so many suggestions that right now I already know, like, bro, like, I already know how many people, like, I already know, like, whatever I think about, I don't know why my brain lagged there. I already know that most of what I would think about on a day-to-day basis, people have already requested for me to draw. So I have to really think out the box for this video. Like, not really think, but like, I have to be creative. I just have to enjoy this, the process of whatever it is that we're about to do on this couch. But regardless of what it turns out to be, I just know that we're gonna see something dope by the end of it, and we're gonna be proud of ourselves. As an and you watching that started from scratch will be like, wow, like we really went a long way. Now we're here. Look at how cool this looks now. Oh my God, I remember when it was just plain. And for the people who started the journey since day one, you know yourselves. I'm gonna post the link on my Instagram. So a lot of new people will not know about this channel that will hear about this channel now. So if you came and watched it and you're watching from wherever you're from, thank you again. Please share, like, and hype the video. And subscribing is really up to you because I have a lot of other dope content that's gonna come. And yeah, some of the things that I wanted to do too, I wanted to also teach people about the power of our minds, you know? And with this couch, I thought like when I was doing that, I was like, okay, cool. Like I want this thing that I'm doing right now to be like revolutionary, but hold on. I want it to be revolutionary. I'll just say Malcolm. Malcolm X. Let's just say that instead. Because I was going to put a cigarette name. Malcolm. But yeah. What was I saying again? Oh man. This red is dead. Yeah, I was talking about how I wanted to do something revolutionary, right? But then I wasn't really attached to what happens if nothing happened to that video, you know? But I was like, man, imagine she was onto something, you know? Imagine my little niece was onto something. And I just discovered something very revolutionary. And I didn't think too deep about it until I started realizing that, oh my God, people are actually interested in this couch. What is happening? And then slowly but surely, the interest peaked over a month. And I had like a lot of people tuning in to help me design the couch. And yeah, now, and that was also during the time where I broke my sewing machine, because you guys know I'm primarily a designer, right? So like a fashion designer, that's how I started designing. So when my sewing machine broke, I was like, I'll either need to buy a new one or fix this one. And fixing it was such a pain in the ass, I would not lie to you. I was like, I have to look to sell it, this one, and buy a new one, but I never really got to it. So this came about and I was like, oh, this could be my last piece, which you guys are witnessing me design my last piece right now. And it also helps me stop putting myself in a box, because fashion designer is only one aspect of designing. Is one aspect? Is only one aspect of designing, you know? And I know I am not just a fashion designer. I know designer has so many other branches. And I will be honest with you, apart from not having certain experience and skills in certain industries, I really think I identify myself Let us. I think I identify myself as a designer as a whole, not just a fashion designer, not just a designer of anything. Anything. Anything you present to me, I can design. And when I really sit down and think about it, I'm like, that's a very interesting way for my mind to look at things, you know? Because what that naturally means is I'm technically a problem solver. Now let me land. Don't don't say where does that come from? Let me land. Okay? If you're a problem solver, you always look for a solution, right? You always look for what would work in this situation, right? Just like a designer, your job is to find a creative way to come up or to manifest an idea that may have been done before or never been done before. Either way, that's your job. And that's also what problem solvers have to do. They have to come up with ways to handle solutions. To handle solutions? They have to come up with solutions to problems either through the orthodox way or the unorthodox way. Regardless, they're here to solve a problem and they will do it whilst following the rules, you know. But in whatever way, sometimes they don't have to follow all the rules, you know. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. Nobody is. Nobody is perfect. So you don't have to think like you have to follow every single rule under the sun. No, you don't. I don't know who said that, where that came from, but you don't have to follow every rule under the sun. You don't have to be a perfect citizen. But you can't be cruel too, you know? Balance is very necessary for life. Bro, at this rate, the way I'm going, I think I'm gonna be here till tomorrow. What the frick, man? These markers are not they're not marking, man. The markers are not marking. The markers are not marking, man. It's like, you know, I have to spam it. Or maybe that's my ADHD brain, bro. Holy. You know what? If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. That's my delusion, guys, you know? It's not that nobody is stupid enough to do this. It's that if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. So I'm clearly doing something very hard that people don't do. So props to me, guys. Props to me, pirates. Now, pirates is just our temporary name. We're going to come up with a better name. But for now, we are pirates. We're pirates of the Fuck Club. So in a couple months, we'll probably be the OGs, you know? Because just because it's not going to be our final name doesn't mean we were not part of history. We're part of history. Everybody who's here right now, you're part of history. Everybody who's watching this video, you are part of history. You're part of the OG gang that was here before he finished, or before I finished. Why am I speaking about myself in like third person like that? Before I finish my 100th piece. I did wonder what would be my 100th piece, you know? Because at some point, designing clothes gets not boring, but like it gets repetitive in a sense where it's still the same pair of pants. You know what I'm saying? It's still pants. It's still a top. But designing, it could be a freaking airplane. It could be a cup. It could be a website. It could be so many things. So you know what? That's just God saying, shh. I don't know. Do you guys talk when you design? Or do you guys talk when you do peaceful activities for your mind? Okay. So, gotta. Oh no, not my crown. I dropped my crown. Yeah. I was thinking before I got sidetracked, I was thinking, okay, what would be something that we would design today that would be a bit more outside the box, or that would make people see the world also in a different way, you know? And I was like, oh, what if I use this? Damn, that was a pretty nice rose that I just drew. What if I use this as an opportunity to manifest future collaborations? I tried to draw a rose, guys. Don't judge me with this one. Uh, and I was like, okay, let me just start writing the brands that I would love to like work with on the couch, you know? That way they know that even though they didn't participate, I had them in my heart. So yeah, I'll add a bit of that, a bit of manifestation magic. Because the thing about manifestation or whatever you want to call it, following your dreams, is you have to be comfortable with it not looking how you expected it to look, you know? Like you're only looking at it from the outside perspective, you know, of your dreams. What does the inside perspective look like? You got to think about that. And then once you think about that, you got to say, okay, cool. How's the habits that I've been maintaining? Will it help me achieve those goals? If it's a no, if you have to rechange everything in your life and get back on track, do that. But you also know deep down, you feel, again, your heart, man. Deep down, you feel like your greater calling is saying that the way I'm doing things right now, I know for a fact it's not how I should be doing them. And then, okay, what do I want to, who do I want to collaborate with? Nike, Nike would be nice. So, a tick for Nike. There's also Puma. I want to work with Puma. So this is not like some what you call it? What you call it? Contracts where they put me under their no, this is a collaboration, equal playing field. So I bring my creativity, they bring the audience. Shit. Shit. Because they have a way bigger audience than me, so let's be realistic. My audience will not really change much for Nike. But guess what it would do for Nike? My creativity. It will open doors for certain talents to walk through. That's what it would do. Can you even see this? Nope. And honestly, well, that looks like a honeycomb. Boom. Just like that. You just made a what is it? A honey's bee's nest in 2 seconds. Um, what else do I, who else on? I said Puma, right? Puma, man. Why you think I could just draw a Puma? Puma would be a dope collaboration, so I would love to work with Puma. I know these are all clothes right now, and I say I want to do more than just clothes, but you know what I'm saying? You can't forget your roots, you know? You can't forget where you started from. You always got to pay homage somehow. So these collaborations is kind of like me thanking fashion designing for giving me the skills and the understanding of the world I got myself into, you know? Give thanks. We give thanks to Puma. And I love the new speed cat, so I don't know. I haven't thought of a cool speed cat design. Is it speed cat? I hope that's what it is. Speed runners? Oh damn. I screwed it up. No partners for you. But I think, yeah, the speed runners, they're really cool. But like I haven't really sat down and thought like if Puma was to give me a designing deal right now, like what would I make? I really haven't thought of it, you know? But I know I'll make something dope, you know? It's not about do I know I'll make something dope. It's about like where does my mind go when I go Puma collab, you know? Puma collab. That's what it's about, to be honest. It's where does your mind go when a conversation is brought up. That's how you should look at certain things in the world. It's like if talking about Timothy takes your mind to a triggering place, then maybe I get it. You don't want to be around Timothy anymore. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense to not be around Timothy anymore. But you got to understand that at some point you chose to be around Timothy and you were acting just like Timothy. So some parts of you will still be like, damn, I wonder what Timothy is up to. Like, I don't like being around him, but like, I wonder what Timothy is up to. You know? It's been years since I've heard from Timothy or seen Timothy. I don't know who Timothy is, by the way. I just made up a random name and we're using him as reference. Like I said, we're creating. So even the words that I say right now is like me creating my own world in my head as I design that. So we're talking about Puma right now. I don't know why I'm talking about Timothy when we're talking about Puma, but hey, Timothy, if you work at Puma, Timothy, and you're seeing this, come on, let's collab. Let's work together. Just you and for me and the entire marriage. There are. Okay, I don't know why I got to the sad point. It's a sad song a little bit. Well, it's not really a sad song, it's an awareness song, isn't it? Talking of MJ, let's write MJ. MJ, it will represent all the MJs in the world. So if your name is Michael, right here, you're here, you're here. You're being repped. If your name is Jordan, it's here. If your name is Jackson, it's here. Okay, so MJs, the M's and J's, anyone that has the name M and J, just know that you're part of the historical couch. Well, historical to me. Let's see. Let's see if it becomes historical to the world. Um, Puma. Who else do I want to work with? Nike, Puma. Those are all just like sports. I want to work with Margiela, but like, what is their logo? Isn't it like the square thing? But yeah, I'm not gonna write it there. But Margiela, let's work. If you're down. Chrome Hearts 2. What is their logo? Let me try and draw it. You know what? Just because I like Chrome Hearts, I'm gonna draw it right there in the center, just like I drew my logo in the center, right there. So just because I like Chrome Hearts, what does their logo? I'm gonna try and do it off memory. So don't hate me if the logo don't come out nice. And I'm doing it in purple because again, I have respect. Purple is the color of royalty. So I respect the brand. I love the brand. Just like I respect my brand and I love my brand. And I think what color did I use? I used black. Damn, should I use blue, purple? But I represent the culture, so so it's cool. I'm here for the culture feeling. Damn, I really like. Even my memory is like, frick. How does it look again? You know. Back, fudge. I'm sure it's something like that. No. I'm sure it's something like that. I'm so glad I'm doing this off memory too. That you all know I'm not no fraud, man. Why would that make me a fraud? I don't know. Just so that you all know, like, this is raw skill. Yo, Chromas, don't sue me. This is just what I remember of your look. Don't sue me, man. I think that's pretty good. I think that's how Chrome Hearts look. And then it does the little line like this, no? Like this. Like this. Like this. Oh, damn. Ah, damn. Damn. Like this. Yo, I'm a G, bro. I'm a G, bro. I swear that looks like a Chrome Hearts logo. I swear. Or maybe I'm tripping. I think that's Chrome Hearts. Anyways, if I'm wrong, that's still pretty freaking dope. So Chrome Hearts, let's work. And I use purple, so y'all know your colors. Y'all know. And I'll make it even shine even more orange. I'll make it stand out just like I made mine stand out. There we go. Bow. Okay. I don't know if I want to add anything up there or if I want to just leave it plain because it looks too plain for me. Let's add at least some pluses or some like, you know what I'm saying? Um, let's since this is kind of like collaboration world or whatever. I don't know why I drew honey in collaboration world and I drew a flower in collaboration world, but it will make sense. It will make sense in due time. And that's the thing. It will make sense in my world, but to somebody else, it'll be like, ah, okay, I guess. Dun. I really don't even know what I'm doing. You guys are just seeing me do stuff. You guys are just seeing me do the redo. Do the redo. I love my life, man. How many people get to just design couches on YouTube for fun? How many? You only get the few mad scientists who make the like, oh, Iron Man's jacket or whatever, Iron Man's helmet. But you don't get the people like me on YouTube, bro. You don't get the designers who are actually showing you the process in real time and not editing and doing this. Because let me tell you something, man. See how this is taking me time to just process what is going on, to set up the camera angle, to capture the right shot, to take another the camera and put it there so that I can capture from this. All of that overstimulating. Of course, I could do it, which is why I'm in this position. But a lot of people, that's what's not. That's like what's like discouraging them when it comes to this new world we're going into. So, oh, I need a team to do this and do that. Honestly, you don't, but that's why that's what they tell. Oh, that's what we've grown to know. It's like, no, you need a manager, you need a da da da. When really and truly all you need is yourself. All of that will naturally find you. Naturally, somebody will be like, you need a manager. And you'll be like, you think so? And then he's gonna be like, yeah, find one. And then you're gonna find one and you're gonna be like, oh my days, my life got so much easier. But then you gotta find the right managers though, you know? Gotta vet it out properly. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. So love, I decided to write love again. But this time it's written different. It's written in a cool way. What is love? Love, baby, don't hurt me. I love music, man. I love music. Okay, I think like that doesn't look too plain. Like, you know what I'm saying? That don't look too plain where like if I look at it, I get that actually look very well balanced. It actually looked like I don't know, it just looked like something was just looked like it was meant to be there, man. Okay. Now let's do that side and then we're gonna do the sides and then we're done with the couch. How long is the video so far? Oof. 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 How long is the video? Hopefully the camera don't move. Because that's very well positioned. We're at 45 minutes. Holy smokes. 45 minutes for one side. Looks cool though. Right, guys? I don't know if you could see it. But don't look bad, right? Looks pretty good. Once I'm finished, once I'm done, I'm going to show you guys a nice tour of it. Give you guys a good tour of the whole couch. I'm going to unfold it and everything. I mean, to right on the sides, we're going to move it forward a little bit so that we can write on the sides. And then, yeah. I'm not going to lie. I want to leave one side like this. You see this? I want to leave that just weirdly empty. Like, you know? I want to do that. I want to leave that hand, just this handle, just empty. That outside, just empty. I don't know. I just feel like it's odd, and I want this to be odd. So I want to embrace the oddness of life and the unpredictability it brings. But I have to do that whole side. Might as well just take this off like this so we could focus. And then, yeah, boom, let's go. I might be quiet for a little bit. If I'm quiet, I would just put music over my silence and I'll speed the video of me just designing. But yeah, I might just do that. Just focus. Just go inside for a bit. So you guys get a little moment of peace from me yapping. And I get a moment to not have a dry mouth. And I'll speed run till we're towards the end or towards the sides. Speed run, I'll speed the time. Okay, perfecto. The top is cool, cool. We now have to do the sides. And I'll just change the, we now have to do the sides. And I'll just change the camera angle. You know why I just repeated there? You know why I just repeated that statement for a second? Because I thought I was going to edit this. Anyways. I was going to take a weed break, smoke some weed. But I don't need a break. I'll just smoke whilst I work, you know? I don't need a break to smoke. This is part of my creativity, smoking. Not that it is part of, not that it's all my creativity needs. You know what? You got what I was trying to say. Like, you either got it or you got it. There's no not getting it here. You know? When you come to my side of the internet, you get it. Let me see. Can I zoom in so you guys can get to see a little bit closer? Look at that. Crazy, you know? Somebody said it looked like a meth couch. Like I smoke a bunch of meth and now I'm out here doing this. And I was like, to be fair, it does look like that. But I know my niece ain't no meth addict, so I trust that her idea will flourish. Okay. The reason I moved it back a little bit is because I don't want to like move much. I just want to spin the couch around. This couch is pretty light, so it's easy to spin. Oh yeah, we could put this back because we're done with this. Put this back. And then yeah, let's do the back. Let's do the back. So I'm gonna spin the couch. There we go. Spin the couch. Now we have the back of the couch. All right, why am I pushing it back in? Like, we'll take it off. Yeah, might as well. Nah, they help me slide it easier. The beauty about this couch is I could just do this. And it looks like that's the front. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that cool? The possibilities. Even though I could have just, the front could have been the back. So this couch can really, it's a masterpiece of design because you can really display it however you want to display it to people. You know, you can either show the collaboration side, which looks kind of like, well, more performative and more, you know, look at my cool couch. Honestly speaking, I want to leave it like this. I want to say we're done. I'll be honest with you. I want to say we're done. Yeah. No. Yeah. Nothing else needed. Nothing else needed. I'm going to keep it at that. I'm done with this couch. Amen. Finally. So, now it's time to show the couch its full capacities. Ba-bam. Ba-boom. I was thinking of doing it on the pillows too, and then I was like, nah. You know? Yeah, let's keep that emptiness. Let's give it its own woulda, coulda, shoulda. You know? Oh, it would have been dope if they just added some stuff here. Oh, it would have been dope. You know? Let's give people the ability to dream. Ooh, look at this. Don't tell me this shouldn't be in a museum. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? So, for me to be able to put it in a museum, guys, you have to, you know what, I want to, take a shot from this angle and then take a shot. Now, I'll take a shot from this angle with my phone. The shot from this angle is better for the YouTube. Let's not forget these exist too. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if I want to put this on the floor, if I want to keep it like that. But like, you know what? I'm going to keep it on there because I don't want these to touch the floor. No. Okay. This actually pans out to be very cool. Oh my God. I need to post it. Sorry, chat. Sorry, guys. I wonder what y'all are seeing right now. Because what I'm seeing is a masterpiece. But what you're seeing could be something else. But that looks nice. But isn't that cool? How I was talking to you all about how, yeah, let me move it up a little bit. How like I just felt like finishing this couch. And look at this couch, bro. Like there's a spiritual aspect to it, and it's like I don't think this couch is just a couch. I think it's a piece of art, you know? I think it's a piece of art. Let me see if I could do this. It does look like a meth head wrote on it, though, I'm not gonna lie. Or this is the part of the video where in normal circumstances, I'll do like a B-roll. Chun, 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 chun. But it's just over me talking. So I didn't really edit, but I did what was needed to be done for you guys to get a close-up look of the couch. Anyways, I think I need to finish the part where it says New Union right here. I just need to add some couple pluses, and then we're good. And then I have to close off on y'all with some words of wisdom. Words of wisdom. What words of wisdom do I have? I think there's only ever one word of wisdom. One word? I think there's only ever one one advice you should always listen to. I think everybody should always listen to. And I think it's the only advice that will ever matter in the world. Ever. And it's the only advice you should ever say. Like, if anything is factual, it's this one. It's follow your heart. That's the one advice that, out of all the advice that you will listen out there, if there's any advice you should listen to the most, it's that one. You understand? And don't follow not anybody else's idea of what your heart is. No. You know, when you say, you know what, I'm gonna do this because it just feels right. Yes, more of that. More of that. That's your heart speaking. Your heart speaks in feelings. So, more of the, you know what, I feel. It feels. More of that. And that being said, I appreciate you for watching the video, for being part of my heaven on earth world side of the internet. And catch you on the next one. That's the thing with me. You never know when the next one is. Watch it this whole time I'm speaking. They're speaking to my toes. Yeah. Catch you. Yes, you. Catch you. on the next one. And I'll put the link to the Instagram of all the dope people who followed the journey and helped me add all of this, you know. The brats, the I want to thank all of y'all for participating in this weird experiment of mine that y'all never had to participate in. And I also want to appreciate you who's watching right now for taking your time and watching the whole video. Wow. Thank you. Um, or if you skipped, at least like, you know, when you leave, like the video and hype it so that YouTube could push it more. And if you like the content, subscribe, turn on your notifications so that you're aware of when I post. And yeah, peace.